So today I want to talk about change. A lot of people ask me, and I've asked other people, like, how do you go from being someone who's lazy to someone who's an all-star, who's active, who's passionate? How can you take someone who's struggling in school and make them an A-plus student? Or how can you take someone who can't get any work done and turn them into a workhorse? That's just a couple different examples of change. But let me break down the word change to a very simple definition. Literally, change is taking resources from one part of your life that you feel powerful from, excited, motivated, and energetic, and bringing it to other places where you're not so resourceful. And then when you bring it there, you anchor it through other techniques I talked about. So what does that mean? It means, let's say you're the type of person who is bad at memorizing words and you don't know how to do it. So what you're going to do is you're going to bring resources from an area where you feel that you're the smartest, most intelligent, the best at memorizing stuff. You can literally associate yourself with someone who is, let's say, the best memorizer that you've actually experienced before, or put yourself in a state that you're excited to the point where your mind is clear, or a clear state, should I say. And then once you do that, you bring those resources to the areas that aren't so resourceful, i.e. memorizing, and then you anchor it. Now the thing is, what people might say is, what if I don't know I have any resources? But then you talk about, you reference them to someone who does have resources, and you tell them, hey, what you're going to do is you're going to pretend like you're this guy. And you're going to tell me 3 of the most powerful experiences you've ever had in your life. And you're going to associate them into this powerful state where they can get anything done, memorize any word. And every time they associate themselves with these powerful states, you anchor it. And so when their body becomes anchored to these states, they are able to solve problems. They're able to memorize things. They're able to put themselves in the shoes of someone who's way smarter than they think they are. And then as they drift out of these states, because you're not always in the peak states, what you do is you utilize the anchor to get them back there. Now this might seem kind of overwhelming and a lot, but when you boil it down, it's quite simple. I've talked about anchoring in other videos, and just go back and look it up. Just go through my 300 videos I already have. Because this is something incredible. If you get enough leverage on someone, you can create change as well. So let's talk about that. So there's this guy who's in a catatonic state. He's been in it for 10 years in a catatonic state. And these people were hired to try to get him out of it. And so what they did is quite incredible. They walk into this room. And this guy's in a catatonic state. Remember, he doesn't move. He doesn't see. All he can do is hear. No, he can hear and see, but he can't do anything else. He's just there. So what this guy does, he comes in with his partner. The partner looks at him with a really sinister look. And his partner's like, what are you doing? He's like, John, lock the door. It's like, what? It's like, John, lock the door, I'll kill you. He starts freaking out. John locks the door. Now, take a step back and think, what is this guy thinking? What's going through his head? Because he hears everything. And he sees it as well. He just doesn't move. So what he does is he walks up to him like this. And he takes a knife and cuts off his shirt. Then takes his fingers and moves his head. And then he reaches over onto his chest and rips out a chest hair. And the guy, nothing happens. So he rips out another one, and he keeps moving lower on his body. Rips it out, rips it out, rips it out, rips it out. He gets in between the legs, rips the hair out. The guy still doesn't move. Until he reaches for a particular part of his body. If you can know what I'm talking about. And as he's about to grab it, the guy jumps out. He says, if you touch that, I'll kill you. It's a true story. The guy was catatonic state for 10 years. He was ready for electroshock therapy. He was ready for drugs, anything he could possibly do. But those particular sets of hairs getting pulled out gave that person leverage to make him change and get out of this state. It's crazy, guys. And this is real stuff. As long as you have enough leverage, physical leverage, mental leverage, any other type of leverage, you can create change in people. Or you can associate them with something so powerful and then anchor it in their weaker states. So when they go back to that weak state, you go back to that anchor and they can reassociate themselves with a powerful state, excited state, passionate, happy states. It's crazy, guys. So hopefully that makes sense. If you have any questions or you want me to elaborate on something, just leave a comment below. or just send me a message on Facebook, whatever you want to do. But that's the video, guys. Thank you so much for listening. If I made a difference or opened up any sort of new channels in your brain where you're thinking differently, more excited, more passionate, I did my job. Anyways, guys, have a great night and live with passion.